Hi, I'm Bob Schmidt with Home Remodel Workshop. You got your plywood set up, you got your chalk line down, you got your saw set to the right depth, and you're ready to make that cut. But then you remember the last time you tried to freehand an 8-foot cut, it ended up looking like the outline of Pittsburgh. I'll show you how to take care of that. Let's get to work. This I call a door board. Basically all it is a piece of masonite glued to another piece of masonite with a lip on it. I made this for long cuts in expensive panels where you don't want the bed of your saw dragging down the panel. It makes perfectly true cuts every time. I'll show you how to make one too. For this project, you're going to need a sheet of masonite. I prefer a 1/4 inch thick. That way you have a nice little edge for running your saw down. First thing you want to do is you want to measure over about 4 inches. Doesn't have to be exact. Off the factory edge. Make another mark on the other side at 4 inches and cut you a 4-inch rip of masonite with your power saw. I realize that this is about cutting straight lines. This one doesn't have to be straight. The important part is this factory edge. Now, off of the cut edge that you just made, and I realize it's not straight, go ahead and make 2 marks at 12 inches. Snap you a line and go ahead and cut that off the masonite also. Now what you need to do next is you need to take the factory edge of the 4-inch piece, this is the piece that was on the board that you started with, and lay it over top of the 12-inch piece that you just cut. Basically at this point you line them up, fairly straight. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then you're going to take some glue, some liquid nail, and you're going to liquid nail up underneath here. Use plenty. Make sure it adheres nice and tight. You're going to lay them together, put some weights on them, and let them sit overnight to dry. Once you've let it sit overnight, and this is real good and tight, and this has all had time enough to dry, take yourself a quick spring clamp, hook it onto your board, take your power saw that you plan on use, your power saw, the one that you have all the time, keeping it tight against this factory edge here, and go ahead and cut off the excess material. As you can see, with the bed of your saw right against this factory, this blade is running dead even with the edge of this board. Now that you have a factory edge, you have this dead even. This can be clamped onto a piece of plywood to cut a straight cut. Let's show you how to do that. Now let's say you want a 14-inch piece of plywood. Simply come and make a 14-inch mark like this, go down to the other side of the 8-foot long piece of plywood and make you another 14-inch mark. Now you have a 14-inch mark on both ends of the board. Go ahead and take your new door board, slide it over to the 14-inch mark, take a spring clamp, and clamp it on the 4-inch piece that's up on the top. Do the same thing on the other end of the board. Now you have your door board clamped onto your thing. Everything's all set. I set the saw blade so that it's just below the thickness of both my door board and my material I'm going to be cutting. Now we're ready to cut. Simply place the edge of the table against your door board, keeping it tight, and go ahead and just use that as your guide. Simply take your clamps off, flip your door guide over, and you have a perfectly straight cut that just followed that guide down. Another nice feature of the door board is it keeps the table of your saw off of your finished material. So when you're cutting through your finished material, you don't have to worry about the surface of what you're saving getting scratched by your saw. Now, the door board that you made will only work with the saw that you made it with. There's a specific distance that's from here to the edge of your table. They're different on different makes of saw, different types of saw. So make this door board for the saw that you want to use. So there you go, the door board. Can take an amateur, turn them into a professional. Well, not quite. But if you go back to our home channel and check out some of the other stuff we have, maybe you can find some use for that. If you're interested in any of our latest videos, please subscribe. We'll send them right out to you. Thanks. Bye.